Whenever we talk about a fitness challenge, everybody is curious to know who would be the person who would have lost the maximum weight. What if there is a couple who together did this transformation? Let's go and meet this power couple, Manish and Priyanka, and have a chat about it. Welcome, Manish and Priyanka. 20 kgs in 2 months. That's incredible. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you for having us here. We are really excited about sharing our journey.
So let's talk about your journey. First of all, both of you, what made you join this fitness challenge?
Well, this was always on our mind. We wanted to have some fitness thing in terms of getting back into the shape and all. But this opportunity and this platform, just gave us that motivation, that spirit to join this and embark the journey and come back to the healthy shape.
And if I ask you, when you join a fitness challenge, there are two very important things which come into mind: workout and diet.
Yeah.
And how did both of you manage this? Can you share some of insights about it?
Sure. So I think the most important aspect is that you've got to keep it slow and you've got to keep it constant. Okay, it's very important to set a goal for yourself.
Correct.
And whatever goal you may want to set up for yourself, it has to be very realistic. You can't expect things to happen in one day. Rome was not built in a day, so you can't expect that everything that you start today will show results tomorrow. So of course, I think diet is the most important aspect because it constitutes 70% of your daily activity. So as long as that is taken control of first, I think half your battle is won. And of course, followed by a exercise routine, which could be anything. It could be anything that you really enjoy. That does make a lot of difference.
Priyanka, we all know that you are a very nice baker. You have been baking awesome cakes for everybody. How did you keep yourself and Manish away from sugar?
Yes, I think that was the biggest challenge for me. Losing weight and stuff like that was again just a part of it. But I think the biggest thing for me was to kind of keep myself away from sugar because I was the sort who, if you would give one Toblerone bar, I would probably just finish it off in 15 minutes. So for me, to keep myself away from all these things is very important. However, your taste buds need to satiate. So you've got to kind of try things or kind of try recipes where you are curbing your instinct of wanting to have different things. So it's very simple, replace your recipes with items that are more healthy. If you're too much into things like all-purpose flour, which is maida, replace it with something which is less refined. Probably go for a wheat flour or go for a millet flour. Sugar has a lot of substitutes in today's date. You could go for a jaggery, you could go for a coconut sugar, a palm sugar. There are so many options. I think the best that you could opt for is the maple syrup, which is basically 100% maple syrup, which is available in the market, organic. So I think it's important to read the ingredients properly because that also plays a very important role.
Wow, true, very true.
Yeah, and I think the portion size, the discipline in terms of your timing, that's another aspect. See, you can always have a diet control, but it is very important to see, how your body is reacting. The biggest, I think, or right now, I think if you go back in the time of our Hindu history and all that stuff, the only reason why they started the day early at 4 a.m. because they used to finish everything by 6 p.m.
Yeah.
Today it is being rephrased as intermittent fasting.
Yeah.
But if you look back in our history itself, the whole way of eating and habits and all that stuff was that you start your day like a king, but when by the time you end your meal, that should be kind of a very proportionally very small meal and all that stuff. So proportion size, the timing, that discipline, if you're able to get into that, it makes your job much more easier. You don't get too much into intense training and all that stuff. It is a slow progress. Like I love playing badminton, so I tried doing that much more than what I used to. With obviously the help
we heard you increase the hours for the badminton, morning and evening.
So absolutely. So what I did was, and all thanks to the flexible environment that I have, I changed my schedule in terms of my working hours just to fit in this whole thing. See, end of the day, people say we don't have time, but then again, if you don't have time for yourself, then you don't have time for anything else. Like that's the most important thing, your own body. It's like a temple. So I created a schedule in a way where I used to manage both the things. At times it was challenging, yes, but tried doing as much as possible. It is tiring, definitely. People think your game improves, but no, it does not, because your body needs some rest as well. But it was really nice to see how you're going through that journey. And all the kind of attention and appreciation that you get while you're doing all these things.
Yes, all the limelight and people
Yeah.
appreciating the
I
fact.
really appreciate you guys. Not only you brought your diet or the food styles together, I saw pictures of you working out together too.
Oh yes.
Yeah. Tell us something more about it.
So this as a journey, we've been married for 15 years, and obviously there are too many things which are in common now. We've started thinking alike and all, which is dangerous at times. But in this whole process, it was, we were like pillars for each other. We were supporting each other. Started preparing certain meals together. Started exercising together. It was like more of a fun, an element which probably was not there in our day-to-day life, because you're kind of in a schedule when you're in a normal day-to-day life. But this changed because we were trying these things together, and there were certain things which we were inventing in our own self, and needed someone who's there to support you. We appreciated each other. Every day we used to just stand on the weighing scale and see, I've lost 500. There are days where you gain weight, even if you have not done anything different, but still you gain weight. So there is someone who can, you can talk to and all. So I think this whole journey had just created a different atmosphere also at home. Our child has also picked up a few things.
Oh, nice.
And more than picking up, she has started understanding the concept of a healthy diet and healthy lifestyle.
Any piece of advice you would like to give for people who want to join in, have a fitness challenge in their own community, or if they want to participate as a couple? Any piece of advice?
Yeah, I think a few very, very important things to remember is definitely set up a goal for yourself, which is realistic. Don't expect miracles to happen in one day. Second would definitely be pick up something that you really, really enjoy doing. Even today, I'd say people still associate workout with going to the gym and lifting weights. That's not true. It could be anything that you enjoy doing. You could enjoy a kind of sport. You could enjoy a form of dancing. Anything that makes your body move, I think is important to do. Thirdly, your diet, 70%. I think that rule we must always remember. So try and control your portion. You don't have to let go of your rajma chawals or the chana cholas and things like that of the world. Please enjoy it, relish it. The only thing is try and do it in proportion. One of the items which I think we also tried kind of putting not a stop, but kind of tried to reduce the intake was of alcohol, because I think we were having it a little too much. So I think fair enough, we tried controlling that also a little. And scientifically proven, if there is something that you do continuously for 7 to 21 days, eventually your body gets used to it. So now our that craving to have all those things has also kind of come down a lot. So that is is the key. And of course, consistency. You can't expect to do something the first day and do after 7 days and still expect miracles. You've got to keep pushing yourself every single day. And I think the last is do it as a group, do it as a team, because then you have everybody motivating you at every point in time and trying to kind of push you more.
Thank you. Thank you so much for your time, Manish and Priyanka. It's marvelous talking to you. Thank you.
Thank you
for having us.
Thank you.